Morning! Hey, it's Maren. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another What I Eat in a Day. Today is nothing super special. I just know that it's a day where I'm going to need to make a bunch of my staples for the week. So like soaking beans, cooking the beans, soaking rice, cooking rice, getting groceries today. So I thought it would be a good day to film so you can see like what I need to do when it's a day of pulling everything together, because in a lot of my videos I'll say like I made this a few days ago for the week and whatnot. So today is definitely a week where I will be making a lot. I'm really excited because my Coco Bakes bread auto delivery came in. If you haven't watched my videos about Coco Bakes vegan gluten-free sourdough bread, it is so good. I get it auto delivered for like $20 fucking a month. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's so good. It's so worth it. And my shipment, actually, it was supposed to come in tomorrow, and FedEx like didn't leave it at my door when I wasn't here, which is so weird because it's not a package that should require a signature. Like, it's not something like that with like fragile, like it shouldn't require a fucking signature. So they like sent me like could not be delivered, so I had to go like all the way to go pick it up, and it was an ordeal. But we have our bread. Gonna have some this morning. Very excited about it. I need to go work out and get groceries, so I'm gonna do that first. But I will be back once I am done with my morning routine, and I will see you then. Also, this velvet set is just like fucking adorable. Is it not? Like, yes, please. All right. Okay, absolute mess. Back from working out. Before I shower and prep breakfast, I'm gonna show you what I got. My knife just fell. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna show you my grocery haul. Everything all together here was not a huge run, but these are my basics that I almost always get. So for greens, I have baby kale, romaine. I use those in salads, and then I have green curly kale, which I like to wilt and saute in like curries and things. I have some purple stoked sweet potatoes, some basil, some cherry tomatoes, which I felt like getting on a whim because I think they'll go well with the pinto beans that I am currently soaking, which I'll have later. Also have some broccoli, which I probably won't have tonight because tonight I think I'm gonna do more fall veggies. Have some Brussels sprouts, some wild rice, and finally blueberries and raspberries. And just realized that these tomatoes are hella moldy, so we'll have like the good ones for one day. The sadness of buying groceries. Also, I'm so hungry, I need a shower. This is the Coco Bakes bread that came in. It's so good. If you have not gotten this, try, like, I live in New York and I order it from LA, but basically, like, this came in and it has little, like, black bits on it, so I was like, fuck, it's moldy, like, it's all ruined, but I think that's just the cooking. I think it's just, like, little black and top pieces, so I'm gonna put 2 pieces of this in my air fryer, like, while I'm showering. I think I'm gonna do the end, like, heel pieces, so we can just use those up, because I like the crusty heels, so let's go. Let's open this. Oh. Okay. This is better quality plastic than even like the last time I ordered. I see them upgrading. So, first piece. Second piece. Oh, they're cute. They're kind of small. That's fine though. Pop them into the air fryer. And see you in a couple minutes. Smells so toasty. Okay, I'm gonna plate this and we'll do, oh, this is really toasty. I'm gonna plate this, gonna top it with a banana and this Trader Joe's mixed nut butter. These two things, can you see this? Banana mixed nut butter. These two are bomb. Gonna do this. And also, of course, because it's me, we need some cacao nibs. So I'm gonna throw this all together and we'll do a cute little time lapse because, you know, I like time lapses. You do too.
Drink a little water, feel a little better. You do what you gotta, babe.
So for today, super simple, super cute little toast situation. Also added copious amounts of cinnamon, obviously, because it's me. Today is a day where I'm not changing out of my robe. I am doing so much voiceovering for so many yoga videos, and I'm hungry. So we're gonna make a little little salad with, what am I, so tired I can't even talk. I have some pinto beans soaking that we're gonna cook up in my Instant Pot, and then we're gonna steam up some purple sweet potatoes, make it like a Mexican style kind of bowl. It's not really gonna, we're gonna throw it together like a salad with some beans and sweet potatoes and tahini dressing. Let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna rinse these beans. I always soak and rinse my beans. It's a way of life. I don't have digestive issues when it comes to eating legumes or beans, never really have, but I think it's important to do what you can to optimize absorption, digestion, you know, all that good stuff. I don't feel like rinsing all of them because that would be difficult to do because they're not all gonna fit in the mesh thing. So now I'm going to add in some kombu seaweed to these beans and, you know, throw them in the Instant Pot. Into these beans, I'm going to be adding some kombu seaweed. I'm taking like this one long strand and I'm breaking it in half because I'll use the other half of the seaweed in my rice later today that I'll cook in the Instant Pot. So kombu seaweed makes beans and legumes more easily digestible. It also adds a great like seaweedy flavor and is a great source of iodine too. So if you're like me and you don't really add iodized salt to things, it's an incredible food. So now we're gonna cover this up with some water. I'll do, The Instant Pot never says like exactly how much water to do, so it's always kind of a mystery, but I'm going to, actually let's do a little bit more. It's always better to have to like drain the water than realize that your beans didn't cook because there was not enough water. So we can always like soak away the water basically. As for spices, I'm going to do some paprika, some coriander, and some cumin. We're gonna do a good amount of cumin because pinto beans and cumin go together really well. You know. Finally, we'll do a pinch of salt. Just some Himalayan salt for a bit of flavor. And the Instant Pot says to cook these for 9 minutes, so that's what we're gonna do. It looks so gross in the viewfinder right now, and it'll turn out yummy. Okay. Let's do this. I hate doing this. That's down. Okay, yeah, quite a bit of water. But as you can see, you can just like, actually, let's make sure that these beans are cooked. Okay, yeah, beans are very soft. Just taking out the kombu, I just compost this. Now taking this lovely little sweet potato, gonna steam this, gonna air fry some of it, and have some sweet potato cubes because, you know, what is a meal with me without sweet potatoes? Purple and full of antioxidants. I think that's what these purple potatoes have. And I think steaming and then air frying just gives them the best texture because steaming opens up like their, I don't want to say moistness because that's not the right word and it makes me uncomfortable, but their softness, that's a better word. And then the air frying gives it like that crispy, almost like fried feel without actually frying. Sorry, my air fryer is really loud, but as you can see, I have a huge batch of beans for like, this will last me probably over a week. And I'll just have them every day for the foreseeable future and we're good to go. Now I'm also going to soak some of this red forbidden rice in my rice cooker. I don't know how much this is because it's just from a bulk bag, but the same bowl I just used, which is why it's gross, but excited to try this red rice. Have not tried red rice before. Now for the spicy tahini dressing, but first, gotta juice some limes.
Bring life into your mind.
There we go. And this sauce, it was just a little smidge of lime, a little bit of Cholula hot sauce, a dash of maple syrup, and then like a heaping tablespoon of tahini. There's definitely an easier way to do this. Ooh, my sweet potatoes are ready. Quiet is nice. There's definitely an easier way to do this, but today is not the day to figure out how. I think it's to put the dressing in the bottom, but like, yeah, no. Beans. These are still hot. My greens are so gonna wilt. But let's do some sweet potatoes, some non-moldy cherry tomatoes, some pickled carrots because fermented foods, guys. Some fresh basil, sunflower seeds over everything. Nutritional yeast because, like, you know, this is gonna get dumped on more afterward, but this is good for now. Black pepper. And finally, I could not forget some Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning, of course. Today's cloudy lighting is perfection for these meals. Okay, I don't know how my camera is staying up right now. It's like on my bed, but anyway, it's time for dinner. I'm starving. It's been a long day. I had a bunch of energy, so I decided to do a Pilates class at night, and then the second I got there, I was like, this is a bad idea. You're fucking exhausted. So I just like chilled with like my knees basically modified the whole time. It was fine listening to my body. Anyway, for dinner, I'm gonna make a little tofu veggie curry over the red rice that I showed you I was soaking earlier. I forgot to press my tofu, which I should have done about an hour ago because it takes like an hour and a half, I think, to press tofu well. I had one job and I didn't do it, alas. Basically, I'm just going to cut up all my veggies, which are onions, carrots, and Brussels sprouts I think I'm gonna do today, and kale. I'm gonna saute all those, cook them up with the air fried tofu in some coconut milk and maybe like a curry tomatoey sauce because I have some curry paste and some tomato paste I need to use up. And then top it all over the red rice that I will be cooking now because I soaked it during the day, and now I just need to add in my kombu seaweed, the other part of the little like section that I used in my beans, and I'll use the rest. So it's really simple. I think time lapses are fun, so we're gonna do a time lapse and I'll take you with me.
Instinct for a living man. Oh, but there is one thing you're all forgetting. But endless morning will turn to night. And when you're dreaming, you will be seeing a little demon dancing around.
Now that my onions are really caramelized and translucent and my carrots have steamed for a few minutes, let's add everything in together. So here are the Brussels sprouts. I air fried those for about 10 minutes. And here goes the tofu, which I also air fried for, actually I did these for about 15 because the cubes take a little longer. Feeling a good amount of kale today, so we will throw in a lot. What I like to do is I like to get a lot of heads of kale, or I get like one big bunch of kale from Whole Foods, and then I have this bin. It's like, I forgot what it's called, but it keeps things fresh, and so I like rip the kale off and put it there, and it stays fresh for a really long time. So, you know, back to the, oh shit, my camera's gonna fall now. Anyway, we'll do a good amount of kale. And then I have this tikka masala, Mike's Organic tikka masala curry paste that I need to use up. So we'll add that in. I think you might be supposed to add this in at first, but you know, we're gonna do it now. It's cute. And of course, the coconut milk. Splattering everywhere. Wow, okay. Give this a good mix. The good thing about cooking things in this pot is that the sides are so high that things can really mix well, because even though I prefer cooking things on the stove, obviously, because it's not like it's just easier to cook things on a stove than it is a plugged-in Instant Pot, I do love how just stirring is much, much easier. Everything is coated. We shall plate all of this. Just burning. I knew I should have used something to hold this up. It's fine, we're making do. Okay, we're back. I had to take a lot of pictures of this before toppings. So First, we're gonna add some basil. Basil will go really nicely with this. Then for some sesame seeds. And I'm doing Trader Joe's mushroom umami seasoning all over this because I know that this would go really well. Also, a dash of black pepper. Shit, everything is falling. And then I take more pictures because now it's like actually pretty. Okay, now that pictures have been taken, we'll add a bit of mustard, which will not make it as pretty, but you know. Sound of this, ew. So this is the actual final finished product. Very excited for this dinner. We have the red rice, we have the onions sauteed with garlic, curry spices, tomato paste, and then cooked with carrots, Brussels sprouts, kale, the air fried tofu, some basil, some sesame seeds, a little bit of seasonings and mustard, and we are good to go. So, last thing I'm having today, per usual, is my chocolate toast. Date, nut butter, chocolate, the best, the best. Look at that. All mine. Anyway, that is all I'm going to be having today. I hope that this was helpful. I hope it gave you a lot of cool vegan meal ideas for you to go vegan, or if you're already vegan, you know, incorporate some of these awesome meals with you in your diet. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Check out my other videos. Check out my astrology readings below. Check out Rashi, my company, connecting spiritual practitioners and clients. And I will see you in the next one.
There is only one way, and that's the slow decay.